the Lobdell Nightwing issue 52, co-written with Fabian and Noceza, with art by Chris Mooneyham. So we are now talking about Rick Grayson once again. What did you think of Nightwing 52, Connor?
Oh, what do you think? I mean, it's kind of shite, isn't it?
I'll give it 1 point.
Oh,
It didn't take too long to read.
I thought you were already jumping to your grading.
no, you're right. It didn't take too long to read.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe we treat this like a cumulative thing where, as we're talking about it, I was like, okay, I guess 1 point for this, or point deducted for that, or 1 point for that. The final scores.
What do we start? Do we start at 0 or 5?
I guess you start at 5 because that's average. That's in the middle.
Okay, we'll start at 5.
Yeah.
Right, point deducted for Rick Grayson.
Just
Only one?
across the board.
Well, I mean, I've been fair.
Yeah, so at the end of the last issue, I did vaguely remember this. Like, someone tried to mug him, and his fighting instincts kicked in, and he beat up the dudes.
All right.
Yeah, it's easy enough. But he's on the roof. He called it in because he beat up the guys really bad. So the police are there.
And then he falls off the roof like a chump.
He falls off the roof randomly, very randomly. He steps at the edge and he's like, "Oh no, it's going to go!" And he falls through. But then some of his other skills kick in, his gymnastic skills, and he actually does a decent job of like landing on the fire escape. And he's like, "Oh, this is pretty cool. I'm going to keep doing this." And he
tries to jump to the next building over.
Yeah, and then he misjudges it and falls onto a taxi cab like an idiot.
Yeah.
That's what
pretty
happens.
much. That's what you get when you try and jump off buildings when you don't know what you're doing.
Yeah. The thing that I didn't remember at all from the last issue is the stuff that's going on with Svoboda, where she's investigating this murder case. Like, I'd forgotten. I mean, I remember this kind of being there, but like I didn't remember it at all.
Fair enough. Yes. Apparently, the guy drowned, but he was in his bed with no water around.
Yeah, and while she's on a call outside the room, this gas comes out of his body.
So they cut him open
Yeah.
for the autopsy, and as they do that, it releases this gas, and they all go a bit crazy. It's kind of similar to Joker gas.
It seems like it. Svoboda turns around just in time, hearing the gunshots, and shoots the main bad guy who got up from the table.
Yeah. He's back alive now.
Yeah, he's like.
No, that's the coroner, isn't it?
Is it? Oh, you're right. It's the coroner. You're right. Yeah, it's the coroner.
Yeah.
And he's jumping through the window, but Svoboda puts him down, and luckily, doesn't.
I hope Internal Affairs has a little word to say about this.
What, you think Svoboda did something wrong?
I mean, I think they need to investigate it at least. She did just gun down someone on the payroll.
Oh, sure, yeah, but I mean, it was clearly self-defense. He jumped through the window like a mad rage monster, wielding 2 pistols.
Well, yes, but I would like it to be addressed.
Sure.
I don't have much hope that it will be, but it should be.
So Rick's staying in some random person's house who has a lot of cats.
He's a squatter now.
He's a squatter, yes. He's basically staying in people's houses when he knows, because if he's driven them to the hospital or the airport, he knows they'll be gone for a while. So he's squatting in their places whilst they're away from the house. And I'm like, what?
Yeah, and there's a stupid joke where, this away from Threadbare. So what? It needs 4 holes to fit minimum anyway.
Yeah, that was a bad line. Also, Rick Grayson's a lot like Connor. He doesn't like cats. He has a lot of anti-cat sentiments in this scene.
No. This is the bit that made the most. He goes, "Oh, the cats didn't care if I slept here as long as I fed them, because cats, and now they want to eat again, because still cats."
Yeah, I heard your voice as I read these 2 boxes.
He's not wrong there, though, is he?
He's
Cats
not.
don't give a shit as long as you feed them.
Yeah.
No, they like the cozies, they like to be comfortable, they like to socialise. Do you know the sad thing about the art is, like, Mooneyham did some Nightwing before this Rick Grayson stuff.
Yeah.
And it wasn't amazing,
okay.
but it did have, it fit the pulpy style that Percy was going for. Here, like, there's this grin.
Actively rough.
Yeah, like, as he's leaving this house, he's got this grin on his face, and he's got all this stubble, and he's made to look this tough dude, and it just, I actively.
Do you know what bothers me is he doesn't even look the same since if you go earlier in the book, when he's up on the roof, his face looks structurally different to how it does in that sequence there.
Do you think that even Mooneyham's like, no, I signed up Rick Grayson, so you're getting basement level?
Yeah, he's just phoning it in, going,
Yeah, you dropped out there for a second. It was really funny. It's like you said, you think Mooneyham's like, I signed up for Rick Grayson.
Oh, I said Dick Grayson, not Rick Grayson.
Now, honestly, his face looks too wide for Dick. Like Dick, I think of as a sleek guy. This is a big macho.
It is. He's got a proper wide jaw.
Sorry, Matt. Were you enjoying the phrase "his face looks too wide for Dick"?
Yeah,
such a child.
I can't help it.
Yeah. So the other plot that was set up last time is that there's this cop who is sick of being held down by the rules. So he found a bunker of Nightwing stuff that obviously Dick's left behind, doesn't know about, and he's recruited some other cops that he knows are getting frustrated with the rules.
He texted them to come to this address and said, "I need you to help me save this city." That's a quote.
Yes. Does that mean when he's catching bad guys, he's going to be like, "You have failed this city"? Is he going to say that? You should say.
I think, yeah, I might.
But basically, he's dressed in the blue Nightwing outfit, and he's got the red one and the classic sort of disco one and whatnot for the others to wear. It's like, we're going to be a team of Nightwings with guns. And that's...
Yeah, basically the Nightwing cops, and it'll be cool.
Yeah, so basically Dick, or sorry, I should say Rick, gets worried because like the one of the other cab drivers stops responding. So he goes to the location, and the car's been abandoned. And when he's looking for the body, he ends up, or looking for the person, he ends up like running into one of these Nightwing dudes.
What annoys me about one of these scenes is all issue is telling us no, he doesn't remember anything after his parents died, give or take, right? Mm-hmm. He doesn't remember living with Bruce Wayne. He doesn't remember any of that. So he never got any detective training. But he looks in this taxi. He's like, oh no, the blood splatter's all wrong. It must have gone this way. I'm like, well, hang on a second. I'll buy the muscle memory because muscle memory. But you can't remember your detective training. Yeah.
Yeah. So the cliffhanger is that he, from behind this lead Nightwing dude with the guns, like, the authorities will handle this. And Dick's like, Nightwing? Like, you're all confused. Yeah. I want to point out one other scene, actually. Before he gets the call about the other cab driver, he's dropping off these two girls who, as they're walking away, one says, "Good night, hot cabbie," and then the other one says, "Did you get a picture of him? #hot cabbie." I hate this panel. Yeah. I hate this panel with every fibre of my being.
That is an atrocious panel. That is... And what's funny is usually we quite enjoy when it's, the lady's having a bit of fun with Dick, right? Yeah. Shut up. As soon as I said that, I was like, man's going to react.
Yep, I can't help it, guys. I'm sorry.
But in here, it was just like, #hot cabbie. What?
Yeah, this is awful. So, I mean, how do you sum this up? Rick is an unlikable tool still. He's a squatter. The dialogue is not always terrible, but sometimes it devolves into #cabbie or hot cabbie.
Yeah, so we're at 5. We -1 for Rick Grayson.
Mm-hmm.
We give it 1 back for its cat talk.
No. We take 1 away for its cat talk. Take away 1 for his squatting nonsense. Take away 1 for the stupid cop plot with them being Nightwings, and #hot cabbie takes 1 away as well.
So that puts.
And then rough art. I'm at 0.
You're at 0. I'm at like 0.5. But it's getting 0.5 for the cat comment.
It was a quick read though.
Okay, so let's add a point back on.
Yeah. So I would say. Through math, I have reached a 1 out of 10.
And I objectively came to 1.5 out of 10. Because it hates cats.
In all honesty, I can't give it a 1 out of 10. 1 out of 10 is actually too low, just because it's not like a complete mess to read. Like, it functions.
No, it's probably like a 3.
Yeah, it's like a 3 out of 10. Like, it's functional to read. It's constructed well enough. You can read through it. It's just really bad in what it's actually doing, and
yes, it makes sense. It's just really bad,
and I hate what it is. I hate that this is supposed to be Dick Grayson right now. Piss off, DC. Piss off.